EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs, and it comes your way next.
From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And we're off from Arrowhead. McCole Hardman now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
It only took him one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Shotgun handoff to P-Ryan. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Third down, it's Mahomes. He has the first over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a 21-yard gain. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
First down, ball at the 36. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. It's complete to Hopkins. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Motioning the tight end now. First and 10, it's Mahomes. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Putting the tight end in motion. Another try following the sack. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions, from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
Third and long for him here. This one finds Kelsey. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Up and good from Blankenship. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Reed now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And leading them out, someone who's still the pride of Wyoming University and Fireball, California. One of the league's best and biggest arms, Josh Allen.
We've seen a lot of big arms come and go in the NFL. Few translate that talent, though, into stardom, quite like Josh Allen. It's fun for me on the college football road when I ask these young quarterbacks who they idolize, who they look up to, and just about every big guy that can run says the same thing, Josh Allen, because that skill set is so tantalizing. A player who can rip off a highlight reel play with the pass and just as easy with the down in just about any situation.
Allen taken right to the air. Escapes the pocket. He'll try and run this. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. They kick the running back in motion. From the shotgun, it's Allen. This one's quickly to Shakir. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Connection made to Shakir. And they make the tackle at the 38. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Allen now on 1st down. That finds his man. It's Keon Coleman. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. They'll come up 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Allen. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is picked up by the Chiefs. The 40! And they finally drag him down, but not until after a very nice return.
You know, a lot of these defenders, actually almost all of them in the NFL, have some offense in their background. And when they see the ball and an opportunity like that, they can't wait. What an awesome transition from scooping the ball to focusing upfield and finding the running lane. That offense, I think it was honestly lucky he didn't finish it with a touchdown.
Now for the second time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense. They've got an early 3-0 lead as they take over here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. The throw is caught. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. This throw is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City! That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say, it's my job to get you a one-on-one. It's your job to go out and win it with a touchdown.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs go up 10-0 here in the first. Reed now to kick this one away. Ty Johnson now to return. This return makes it up to the 25. The Buffalo offense out there for their second drive of the contest. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Connection made to Coleman. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. First down throw for Allen. Pass brought in by Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Bails out of the pocket. And this time they're gonna get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
These quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. But you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, the defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Trying again, following the sack. Complete. It's Cooper. And this one doesn't go far. It was the rookie from USC who got there for that tackle.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Allen on third down. He's on the move, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
So on fourth down, on comes Sam Martin to handle the punt for the Bills. You are not going to see a better punt than that. He picked the perfect angle, and it flies out of bounds at the 1. No chance at a return. The Chiefs' offense set to take over again. They're looking at the entire field in front of them. A long drive ahead, Brock, as they start out very close to their own goal line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. A give to Pacheco to start the drive. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Brought down by Rasul Douglas. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes connects on the crosser. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Looking to throw Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Second and 3 now. Running right is Pacheco. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
So now here's 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
First down, ball at the 36. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. DeAndre Hopkins, the one he was looking for. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Throwing is Mahomes. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
The Chiefs looking to punt on fourth down, so on comes Matt Araiza to handle it. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. The Bills' offense all set for their next drive. Things sure have started out rough, and they've stayed that way through 2 drives. Maybe drive number 3 here is where we see this offense get rolling. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. First tone of the game for James Cook. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Kate, you know by now I'm not shy about referencing movies during a game, and that run, that was a picture-perfect script. You get the defense thinking one thing, looking one way, then bam! You surprise them with a twist and head the other way for a big run.
On first down, Allen. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 47. Coleman with the grab. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. New set of downs for him from the 46. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 4. Complete to Coleman. And they bring him down around the 34. They get 6 and a first down as well. Tight end in motion left. Throwing now on first down, Allen. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Second and 3 now. Man in motion here. 2nd and 3. Short pass brought in. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, short of the 15. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Escapes the pocket. He keeps it and takes off. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Allen on the play action. And he scores! It's a Buffalo touchdown! The Bills reduce the lead to just 4. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal, and I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in, and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a first down pass play can and certainly was effective.
Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. He fields it from the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They go play action. It's Mahomes. Flushed out of the pocket. He's running with it. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the 2nd quarter. Chiefs football here. They have it on 2nd and short. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Pressure coming from Mahomes. On target to Worthy. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front had to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
A counter give here to Pacheco. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I know we all love the big home run plays, the highlight reel plays, but as an offense, these are just the stay on schedule kind of plays. I love the commitment to this run game. Keep working that body, keep working that body, keep working that body, and eventually you could take the will away from your opponent.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Throwing the out route complete. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. They'll run it with Pacheco. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
4th down, pressure on him. He was not backing down for a second. Nice effort to carry the rock. More importantly, for his offense to get a 1st down.
They're set up at the 35 now. They'll go back to Pacheco on 1st. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. That's A.J. Epinesa on the tackle. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
One of the tight ends in motion left. 2nd and 10 now. This one finds Kelsey. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he's able to take this down to the red zone. He stopped at the 17. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. From the 17. To the sideline and brought in by Worthy. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance focusing on the catch while keeping those feet in bounds.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Cut near the goal line. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs make it a 10-point ball game. Reed now to kick this one away. Johnson now on the return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Play action now, Allen. Connection made to Coleman. And he's brought down at the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 24. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kay, one of the reasons it's so hard to run the ball in the NFL is to move grown men off their spot against their will. You get a run play like that, you've done your job. You've moved them against their will, and you've set yourself up for some later success.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. Buys time, rolling right. And he will score! Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills face a 4-point deficit. Josh Allen, the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Bills cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Hardman with a return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Chiefs offense out to take over. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. They've got first down from the 31. They motion a receiver left. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. It's Pacheco again. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Right back to Pacheco. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard. That brings up 3rd and 8. Now a pass play. Here's Mahomes. Flush down now to his left. He's running for it. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
So on 4th down, out comes Matt Ariza to boot it away. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And this was pylon hunting for a moment, but it's over the goal line and out the side of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. Escapes a defender. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Quite the start to that drive, huh? The first play sets him up now at the 38. Another one for Cook. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They send a man in motion. 2nd and 8. Complete to Shakir. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Bills first down. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st down, Allen. He's on the move. He can run it. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 36. Taking a big shot for the end zone. He's got it deep downfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a 2nd quarter lead. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Bass on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills take a 4-point lead. Bass now to kick this away. Hardman with a return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Ed Oliver there to make the stop. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. A quick 3 plays, Brock, and we have arrived at 4th down just like that as he comes through with some contact to break up what looked like a catch.
Hey, guess what, Kate? These guys aren't getting paid by the down defensively. They want to get themselves off the field in as few snaps as possible, and there was no way they were letting this drive extend beyond a 3 and out.
That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills returning their offense and this running back to the field. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, going left. 1st down throw for Allen. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. Another look for him, Brock, and hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. My hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today.
And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Yeah, this is one of the occasions, Kate, where this defense got to just keep chopping wood. Keep chopping wood. I know they're a little more careful about actually having axes in locker rooms anymore after injuries, but the mantra is the same. You can't look at the scoreboard nor worry about what your offense is doing. You got to keep punishing your opponent.
The Bills with a punt team out there. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Went for 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. On the move, headed right. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Another try following the sack. Chased out to his right. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down. All right, it's a nickel set for the Bills. Third down. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. Matt Ariza, the one to send it away. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And we're down inside 50 seconds to play. Enough time to at least get into field goal range. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Shakir sent in motion left. Throwing now on first down. Allen escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here, and I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
Offense to the line for second down. Looks like that last play convinces them to keep this one on the ground. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills leading. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Shakir sent in motion left. 2nd and 13. That's to the sideline as Shakir snags it. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Allen on the play action. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Their punter making his way out now. It'll be Sam Martin doing the honors. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And this just gets past the 20 before going out. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Mahomes. Pulled in along the sideline by Hopkins. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
2nd and 6 coming up here. One of the tight ends motioning left. From the 23. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the sticks. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw, Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy, right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Brought down by Rasul Douglas.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's a toss to Pacheco. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. DeMar Hamlin getting there for the tackle. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
So often we hear this, and it's true. Defense is about reaction. And on a toss play, well, it's all about that quick reaction time. You got to ID that play quickly and break downhill, and it's a loss of yards. Or in this case, it's a no-gainer.
Yeah, that's going to be knocked away. May have saved a completion there. And that brings us to the end of our third quarter. He was looking DeAndre Hopkins' way there. And that makes it 4th down.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. He fields it from the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll run it with Cook. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. Second and 6 coming up here. Now Allen. That's complete to Coleman on the slant. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Call it feel, Kate, call it instincts. I don't really care what you call it, but the best QBs, they can sense it. They know it when that pressure's coming, and they know how to avoid it. Keep that play alive, extend it outside of the chaos, and go get your offense a completion.
This will be caught by Cooper. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory. Second down now, 7 to go. Motioning him from the slot right. Here's 2nd and 7. Complete to Coleman. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Now run by Cook. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
On now comes their punter. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. This one's headed for the sideline and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That one complete to Hopkins. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Pacheco gets it from the gun. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Tackled on the play by Taylor Rapp. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Blitz coming, Mahomes. That's caught for the 1st. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down. Mahomes has him on the quick hitter. This is ahead for about 5. Tackled on the play by Taylor Rapp. All right, here we go. 2nd down. From the 47. On target to Worthy. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. Third and a lone yard coming up. Again, Mahomes to throw. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. A counter give here to Pacheco. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Back to Pacheco here on 2nd. He finds space for a few yards that time. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. 3 yards puts them back on the right track. Now they've got 3rd and 9.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
They'll come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Pirine. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That's why you often see some high percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation and a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. And the Bills bringing out an extra defensive back, 3rd down coming up. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down. From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Second and 6 coming up here. Back to the air, Mahomes. Has it in close. Touchdown, Kansas City! The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts them in front here in the second half and puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
The Chiefs offense staying on the field. They're going to try for 2. Another throw for Mahomes. It's caught. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Man, just great work by the defense there, Brock. The coverage really forced that throw short of the goal line, and then they got downhill to clean that play up.
I love that word right there. You just nailed it, downhill. You throw it short, you allow those defenders with great speed and tenacity to come downhill on you. No chance for the 2 points.
Reed now to kick this one away. Johnson with a return here. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shakir in motion right. 1st down throw for Allen. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They've got a man in motion. 2nd down, Allen throwing again. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Something he does so well, Nick Bolton making the stop. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, you get that ball in your belly, baby. You got almost no time to process what the line's gonna do. You better make your decision and hit it downhill. Excellent vision to find the opening and get things started well here on first down.
Here's 2nd and 5. He completes it in traffic. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Running back sent in motion left. He's on the move. He's running with it. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Bills football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. Throwing now on first down. Allen bails out of the pocket quick. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Oh no, the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Chiefs. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Gosh, we have seen these quarterbacks make some incredible plays from here to reach the end zone. That was certainly not one of them. Careless with the football, left an opening for those defenders to knock it free and escape without surrendering any points.
The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Sending a tight end in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This one finds Kelsey. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun handoff to Piron. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down throw, Mahomes finds his man Rice. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Back to throw, Mahomes. Forced out to his right. Now here he goes. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Second down now, 7 to go. To the air, Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Running is Pacheco. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3. They motion the tight end over. 3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. Has his man. It's Pacheco. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB, you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on 3rd down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
Harrison Butker out now. He knows how big this try is. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. The kick is off the mark, no good. And their lead will remain unchanged in the 4th.
Obviously, Kate, that miss would have made it a touchdown game. But think of it this way, it's still a touchdown game. But instead of it forcing overtime, now it's going to give them a loss.
This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And this defense, boy, just beyond frustrated this late in the game. How's a group supposed to deal with him as a passer, Brock, and dedicate the resources needed to slow down this type of day on the ground, too? All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. It's Allen out of the pistol. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They send him left out of the slot. 2nd and 13. Into traffic, complete. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
Allen on 3rd down. Complete to Shakir. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. First and 10, here's Allen. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 31-yard play, and that will set up first and goal.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, first and goal. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain that time, and now it'll be second and goal.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a fourth-quarter lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
So here comes a big play. Bills going for two. Allen looking to throw this. Escapes the pocket. And he's into the end zone. So that turns out to be a very smart risk. They've got the lead in this fourth quarter. Well, that right there, a very important two-point conversion, Brock. Their lead now up to 3. A field goal would only tie this one.
Yeah, the math was pretty easy on that one, right? You know what it does. It puts you up 3 and forces a field goal on the other side. But I'll tell you what else I like there, Kate. It's psychology. Puts a little seed of doubt on that other side. Maybe if you come into this moment later in the game, and certainly an injection of confidence for your offense that they can deliver in the clutch.
Bass now to kick this away. Hardman with a return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. Looking for Travis Kelce that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. But that's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Kansas City sends out its punt team. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Cook. Juke the defender. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. And because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
On 1st down, Allen caught by his back. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Putting a receiver in motion. 2nd and 6 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks, well, that's an expectation rarely achieved. And a sign, well, this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Allen setting up to throw. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. This one intended for the running back. So that brings up 4th and long.
I'll tell you this, Kate, that's where you got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute, both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play call back.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Dumped off to his running back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Mahomes here from the gun on 3rd down. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
They'll send out the punting unit. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Bills will take over possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Connection made to Shakir. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. They put a receiver in motion here left. 1st down throw for Allen. Buys time, rolling right. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Second and 6 coming up here. It's an option left. Jukes one defender. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, well, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
1st and 10 from the 41. Allen setting up play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Taking off with it again. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Connection made to Coleman. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out. Second and 3 now. Now it's Cook. Jukes out of one stop, and he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Give them 3 yards, and they're just inches away on 3rd down. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Bills only up by a few. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Shakir in motion right. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time, 1:55 to go. A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. Cook. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. And right away, we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, it's Cook. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. He's back to throw. And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown! Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
Bass on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills make it a 10-point ball game. Bass now to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Here comes their offense out again. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. This one finds Kelsey.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kay, that is the epitome of trust right there. Right? When the ball is let out of his hands, I think everybody on the sidelines in the stadium went, because he threw it in double coverage. And you may question the decision, but it's tough to challenge it when it produces results like that.
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes finds his man. It's Worthy. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. Another throw for Mahomes. Trying to push it deep downfield. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To throw. Kelsey makes the catch. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. They'll send him over right. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
One final shot here. Taking a final shot at the end zone. And that pass falls incomplete. Well, they kept trying. They kept taking shots to the very end. But now we have reached that end. This one's over. So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Bills as we say so long from Kansas City.